Welcome to the Herman Online Training Academy. This is a video for the RollMatic T. Today Adam and I will be showing you how to wire the control board, set the limits, safety edges and program the handset.
Please ensure all work is carried out by competent persons and all connections should be carried out with the power off. If removing the plug, final connection should be made by a qualified electrician.
We're now going to look at how to wire the RollMatic T with a wireless safety edge. The first thing we're going to do is to remove the cover. The mains wiring is factory fitted. Here you see the connections for the motor. You've got earth, brown going into 1, black going into 2 and blue going into 3. This is for a left-hand motor. For a right-hand motor you need to swap the brown and black cables over. Terminals 8 and 9 currently have a link in them which needs to be removed. Remove the link and replace it with brown going into 8 and blue going into 9. This is for the safety brake. Finally, we have a safety edge receiver which is factory wired into the control panel. Brown going into 16, green going into 20 and white going into 21. The safety edge transmitter is factory wired with a yellow tag that prevents drain on the batteries. We are now ready to turn the power on.
We are now going to program the electronic limits for the RollMatic T. Programming should only be carried out by competent persons and all adjustments should be made by hand. To set the top limit, use the up arrow until the door reaches the fully open position. Then close the door by approximately 300mm. Open the door back up to the fully open position before again closing the door back down 300mm. Finally, open the door to the fully open position and the operator will indicate that the limit position has been stored. To set the bottom limit, use the down arrow until the door reaches the fully closed position. Then open the door by approximately 300mm. Close the door back down to the fully closed position before again opening the door by 300mm. Finally, close the door to the fully closed position and the limit position has now been stored. To put the door into impulse control, turn dip switch 1 to the on position. If you need to reset the operator back to factory settings, first turn dip switch 1 off and replace the cover. Then press up arrow, down arrow, down arrow, up arrow, down arrow, up arrow, up arrow, and hold the down arrow until the motor signifies it's been reset.
We're now going to program the wireless safety edge. It's important this is only carried out by a competent person, as removing the cover will expose mains voltage connections. First, remove the cover. You'll see a program button. Press the program button on the receiver until you hear a single beep. Press and hold the transmitter button on the safety edge for a few seconds. You'll hear another single beep. Press the program button on the control box again to finish the sequence. You'll hear 2 beeps. That's the programming completed. If you wanted to delete the safety edge transmitter from the control box, for example if you were replacing it, you need to press and hold down the program button on the receiver. Whilst holding it down, short out the 2 terminals with a screwdriver. The unit will start to beep slowly, followed by a rapid beep. Press and release the program button again, you will hear 2 beeps. The wireless safety edge receiver is now back to factory setting. We are now going to program the 433 MHz transmitter. Please note this should only be done by a competent person, as removing the cover will expose the mains voltage connections. Firstly, remove the cover. You'll see a button marked Learning and an LED marked number 3. Press and release the Learning button. LED 3 will start to flash. Then press and hold the button on the handset. LED 3 will increase in flash rate. Release the handset button, then press and hold the handset button again until LED 3 flashes even faster. Release the button on the handset and wait for the flashing to stop. The handset is now fully operational. Should you need to delete the handset, press and hold the Learning button until the LED flashes rapidly, then release. The handset is now decommissioned. Thanks for watching this presentation.